Good evening. Today we're gonna be integrating that one expressive ESP32-S3-DevKitC-1. So we're going to use that in PlatformIO. So let's get it up and running. We're running PlatformIO in Visual Studio Code. And what we're going to do is get a new entry done for it. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to go, so we'll go on to PlatformIO ini. And in here we've got various builds for different devices. Got AT Mega 2560, Lalin D32 Pro, Pico 32. I'm just going to check some actually. Hang on. Just going to check we're okay live streaming. Let's just make sure. Looks like we're okay. Check some actually. Hang on. Yeah, it looks like we're okay. It's a bit like the two slot experiment. It's okay until you start to watch it. Then it while you're not watching, it turns to ripples or vice versa. Can never know what it is. Anyway, back to this. So we've got Pico 32. So it's that one's the ESP32 Pico D4, I think it is. And we've got TTGO T-Watch V1, TTGO T-Watch V3, and we've got a Raspberry Pi Pico. It's an RP2040. TTGO T Display, generic ESP32, and we've got a ESP32 Node MCU Simples. Then we've got ESP32-S Node MCU. It's basically a copy of the other one. And then we've got, oh, I've already started doing it by the looks of it. When did I do that then? I've already started doing it. Oh my god. I must have started doing it at some point. Right, okay, so we've got an entry already for it. That's weird. I don't remember that. Oh well, should have put a date next to it. Right, so we've got one there. Let's plug it in. Let's take it out the box. I haven't quite worked out how to put me onto full screen yet, so alright, let's just get this out. These are quite tidy little things, these are. They're not that little. So they come in a little box, and you've got some JTAG, some fancy how you doing JTAG support or whatever it is. I don't really use that at the minute, so let me plug it in. At the minute I've got a TTGO T-Watch plugged into there, so let's get rid of that one. Let's plug in. I got leads everywhere. Yeah, it's crazy. Right, anyway. Did a bit of work on the control this morning. Get rid of a brownout. Right, so I've plugged it in. So what we're going to do is just with the ESP32 Node MCUs, it hasn't got the latest USB chip on it. It's got a bit of a rubbish one on there. When I say rubbish one, I mean you have to press the reset, then hold down the other button and let go right at the exact time when you're trying to program it with PlatformIO. And sometimes you can miss it, so you have to keep doing it, and it's a pain. So what I'm going to do is I need to do some changes to the web API, and I'm trying to speed up that process because I can simulate the web API on a blank board, basically. So we've got it in there. Now I'm going to select that down here. Don't know how far I got, so let's just say that's it. Alright, it's going to try and do that. Hopefully we've got the... It's going to reconfigure the project. Can't see my... Oh, I can't move that window around. Tell you what, let's move me around then. Let's put me up there a bit. Okay, so it moved me around now instead of moving the other window around. Just make sure everything's okay. Yeah, everything looks okay. Right, so yeah, this takes a while. The problem with these ESP32 devices is that you've only got to make one modification, and I'm finding I've got to recompile again, all over again. It takes ages. I can see why people use Python, but they use Python, yeah, because it can make changes straight away. But I don't know. I don't use Python, so I just use the Arduino core. It's C, some kind of C language, derived C++, something or other. Anyway, so last video we did showed you Visual Studio with the UPAS project in it. Now this is the other end. This is the firmware side of it in Visual Studio Code. And to tell you the truth, it's one big mess, this Studio Code. I don't know whether it's trying to do too much or what, but it's probably me when I'm switching from one controller type to another. So it's only just finished that. Right, let's just have a look at the PlatformIO, see if what we've got connected up. Go into the home, open the home, let's have a look. Right, so we're going to have a look at boards. So boards, see which boards we're enabled for. Right, ESP32-S3. Are we set up for anything? Right, it's a DevKit, isn't it? There it is, DevKit-1. See, yeah, that's the one. No PS RAM, yeah, there's no PS RAM in this. It was a pre-release. I don't think they didn't put any PS RAM in it. So, am I installed, or have I got to install it? I don't quite know what's going on here. Hang on. Right, so we're on boards. I can't see whether we're installed. Let's see what that says. Connectivity, Wi-Fi, I don't know. Devices, is that it? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that's your USBs, your platforms. Yeah, when I tried this last year, when I got these boards, I bought 3 of them. There was no core, Arduino core for it. So, I wonder if that tells you which one it's for. Let's go back to the boards. Right, so let's just put it in if it's not in there. What's this do? On unit testing, on board, get now, shopping trolley. Okay, let's just get it. What's this gonna do? Let's get it. Oh, I'm floating in mid web page at the minute. Oh, there's the one. Yeah, that's a nice picture of it. Yeah. Oh, it's a room, is it? A room. Right, so the older version, yeah. Okay, so say it's older version, it's only last year's. Right, so I've got a C version, yeah, so older version. Okay, that's the one I got. You're not allowed to sell these actually. You're there for development only. You're not supposed to pass them on. You have to sign some kind of waiver declaration that you won't pass them on. So they're just for testing. I suppose if they burn up or something, if you send them out. Right, so okay, so what do you do now? Get started. Notes, hardware, what's all this about? Out your documents. Yeah, I need to translate a few pins, so this is quite good. Anyway, so I don't know why that's taking me there. Compiler error. Don't know what that is. Anyway, right. So debug onboard unit testing. I don't know. Do I need to add that somewhere? Install it. Projects, inspect libraries. Don't know. Maybe it's already been done. Anyway, let's go back to PlatformIO for that one. Now I've got framework is Arduino, yeah. Board is ESP32-S3. Okay, fair enough. Frequency, I don't know about the frequency. Let's have a look at this. Something else close to it. Doesn't mention frequency. Anyway, it's put all that in. I don't know why it's in there. Let's build for it. So we're on that. Let's see how many errors we get when we're trying to build for it. Hazard debug. I don't need a debug at the minute. Web API, yeah. Wi-Fi comms, yeah. Network time protocol. I don't need that. Well, I'll leave it on for now. It's TFT. Well, we haven't got a TFT, but I'll leave it in. Touchscreen, yeah. I'll leave it all like that. It's going to switch for that node MCU. So really, I haven't got an entry for that. So I don't know what this is going to do actually. Let's give it a go. Right, let's compile it. Right, let's see how many errors we get when we build. Not tried this one. Let's just have a look. Let's move the mic back a bit. Probably too loud. Right, there you go. So, let's say hello to someone. Hi. Oops. Community. Right. So, what did I say we were talking about? Oh yeah. My title's gonna totally bore people, I think. Oh well. Right, so we're just doing a compile. Yeah, so I don't know if it'll see the device or what COM port it's on. Let's do a device check. Device manager, it's plugged in, see if it's found anything. Ports, COM8. Yeah, it's got to be COM8. Okay. So that's the only thing plugged into us on a USB, so that'll be the one. Alright, it's compiling all these libraries. And these are the libraries I use for all the controllers. Some of them aren't used, but they just get compiled anyway. Depending on these switches down here. A lot of them. Board build MCU. I haven't seen that before. Board build partitions. Right, okay. Yeah, I had to set that one for no OTA. These libraries, they keep changing the libraries, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And before you know it, you run out of your OTA memory. So to get it compiled, I have to set it so there's no OTA, which is not good. I want to retain that. So at some point, I've got to go through all these libraries and try and roll it back to previous versions, or maybe make one new library out of all the other libraries that the parts I'm using, just somehow copy and paste the bits that I need, or go through each library and actually get rid of anything that's not being used. Right, it's doing a bit of a link now. Right, has it done anything? Success, so it's compiled it. Right, let's see if it can. It successfully compiled all that. I don't know how it did that, but anyway, it did it. Let's see if it can find it to upload it. Ready? It should come up with an error, surely. See, what I don't know is why it starts building it again. I've already built it, then I just want to upload it. It goes to build it all. Oh yeah, it's quite quick that time. It's found it and it's writing it, so it's doing it all for me. Fair play. Right, so it's done it. Let's have a look what it's done. Configuring the flash size. Crystal is 40 megahertz. 40 megahertz. Why is that slow like that? It's probably not selecting the right speed. I got anything to do with speed on here? Monitor speed, upload speed. No. So, there's probably something missing off it. So it's doing a 40 megahertz crystal. Right, okay. Right, let's see if we can get anything out of it then. Let's try to attach to it. So I'm going to go over to my wireless adapter. Can I see anything there? I'm just looking on my other monitor at the minute to see if I can find a new device. It's not coming up at the minute. I wonder why. I know why. I probably set it to station mode, haven't I? Let me get the... I've got to override it to start with. Override, make it to be an access point, because it'll be trying to connect to something that doesn't exist probably. Alright, where did I put it? Here it is. Yeah, we're in station. So I need to change that to access point. So I'm overriding the settings here just to force it into access point. Right, so let's just upload, compile and upload that. See how quick it takes. Right, so 53 compatible libraries. Building a release mode, compiling. So yeah, I don't know whether how many cores it uses to compile. Don't know. But what have I changed? I've just changed one. Oh, that was pretty quick. Yeah, I can't complain at that. Right, so hopefully this time we should be able to find a device, an access point. Let's try it. Let's see if we can see an access point. It's not showing up yet. It might not be running because my code, it's expecting to see certain pins, L, low and I and stuff. And it's not actually in a circuit board, it's just a loose controller with nothing attached. And the pins, actually I haven't got an entry for the pins for that model. Yeah, so it's probably not going to do that, is it? So what I need to do is go to my pins part and make a daemon, tell it some pins exist. Right, pins H, I've got a pins H here. It's a header file and it's all my pin assignments for different controllers. Right, node MCU. What else we got? Generic. Sonoff 10 UPAS module. I don't think I've got an entry for the pins for this one. So it'll be compiling with no pins probably. Yeah, so I've got the watches there. just T display, so we're gonna have to make a new one. Got a Lalin D32 Pro. It might be the nearest one to it actually. Shall I set that one up? Yeah, let's set that one up. Right, so let's set the pins for that. We'll copy that. Copy that one. Alright. Okay. And I'll put it somewhere in the list. T display. T go watch. Generic. ESP node MCU. And I haven't got one actually for. Yeah, I'll put it in there. Just put it in there. Right. So we're gonna have to call this the same thing what we called it over there. That one. That's the environment name. Right, let's see if we can do it. Oops, where are we? Where's pin gone? I've lost it. It's gone off the screen. Ah, here we go. Right, so we've put in Lalin, so we're gonna have to change that to. It's not a very friendly name actually. The one. Right, okay. So it is what it is. I don't know if it'll like that one. Let's give it a go. See, I've selected that one as my environment, but it hasn't highlighted this yet. It should have highlighted that really. So I might have to just save that. I'll tell you what, let's switch out of it. Switch out of it and back in again. It's the only way I know IntelliSense hasn't quite caught up or something. At the minute, it thinks that one's the. It thinks the node MCU is the one. Because it's highlighted that, even though. Don't know why it would do that. Else if it's that, do this one. Else if it's this one, right. Might have to give it a different name. That's the official name, I've just called it the same, haven't I? You can name that whatever you want, that environment. I've just called it that. And I've called simple, so you can call it what you want. Tell you what, let's just do that then. Alright, as long as it's got the name there, the board. Yeah, it's an S3. So we'll call it, oh god. Let's just do it ESP32. And we'll do an underscore S3 underscore DevKitC-1. It's a bit long-winded, but DevKitC-1, right, that'll be the new environmental name for it. Just go back over to pins. Oops, let's get rid of this name. Right, okay, so we've got a similar name there, have we? Let's have a look. Yeah, underscores are okay. Alright, it's not lighting up blue though, is it? I wonder why that is. Is it because I haven't saved my PlatformIO in it yet? I thought I did. So yeah, let's change it back. So what happens in this PlatformIO, you get a lot of this going on every time you switch. So I'm going to switch to, where's it gone? There. It'll take a long time, you know, another load of time to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're just doing. Let's see if I get any lost frames. No, we're okay. No lost frames. So we're going for 25 minutes. I haven't really done a lot. Oh, I've made a big mistake. I didn't get myself a drink before I sat down. Anyway, we'll start some. All I want to do is use this to bring up the web API. And I can bring up the web API on here, and I can bring up one of them, for instance. Right, let's try 192.168.0.98. Yeah. So this is the web API. Well, I call it web API. It's probably it's probably not a web API at all, really. But anyway, I call it a web API. This is what's on one of my Node MCUs at the minute. But we've got to create an equivalent one for this device over here. We've got to put the pins down. Give us a list of pins we can use, wherever they are. A list of pins we can use. I'm not really going to do anything with this board. I don't need to put that in there. I've already developed a circuit board to fit the Node MCU. So I don't need that one, but I'm just trying to develop for it as well, because I think it might be quicker to compile and that, and keep reviewing it. I need to change this, you see. I need to, oh, hang on, let's put some passwords in. Need to change that as well, so when you type in, you don't see the password. Yeah, so it's a bit like the Tasmotor thing, but honestly, there's more going on. There's probably less going on, but I've got some live data refreshing here on some JSON stuff. Date and time, it's fetching from the controller, and they got the 3 inputs and the 2 outputs, which are live as well. Now if I impulse that, you'll see that light up. Okay, now that's not lighting up from the program, that's the program actually talking to the controller and reporting back every 250 milliseconds what's going on here. And you can click that one as well. And I've got a learn mode here, because it'll learn your tokens, so I can turn the learn on and off. So it sends a command to the controller, and the controller switches the learn mode on, and then this is just reading the mode of the learn. If it's off, it'll say off. If it's learning, it'll say learning. So that won't change unless the controller has changed. So that's how you know you're talking to it. And if you click it and nothing happens, you might have to click it again. You shouldn't do, but click it again. Well, that's how you turn stuff on and off anyway. We need to extend this a bit. Extend this UI a little bit. Right, so let's see where we got to. Right, so it wrote it, did it? Did it write it? No. Can't remember what we did now. 4 problems. File not found, browse path. Yeah, they are found, it's just the files are busy. That's the problem. Right, so I've switched over to that. Now now we've got a DevKit. Now the pins should be highlighted. Now they're still not highlighted, look. Why is that? Ah, I know why it is. Because I've still got the wrong info down here. I've told that's the environment. Well, I'm saying it's a Node MCU, look. Why have I put it down there as well? ESP, there's some reason I needed to put it down there. Have I done an equivalent? Oh, it's generic, I'm saying what it is. Right, okay. Yeah, because, okay, let's just change that then. Alright, so we want that over here. Alright, okay. Let's change this to... Yeah, because I found that it's hard to find the correct name for the Arduino ID. It looks at everything as an ESP32, so... And that might be a problem anyway, because it's going to look at that and it's going to say it's not an ESP32. It's going to say it's an S3, so I need to go through all my bits of code, probably, where that is, and tell it can be an ESP32 or ESP32-S3. So that, yeah, it still might not work, but that's going to tell it that's that kind of thing now. So what that'll do is, once I've saved that, it should be able to go back to pins now, and it should have highlighted pins and took out that one. Why has it still got that one lit up? Still trying to do a bit of IntelliSense down here. Yeah, see that? It's just happened now, look. That one's gone out of highlight, so it knows now that this is the one that it's going to compile for. Alright, so hopefully this one, because it's derived off... Which one's it derived off? Oh, that main... No, it wasn't that one, was it? It was... Anyway, it's derived off... Can't remember which one. So some of these pins are assigned to somewhere where they won't do any harm to allow me to compile. So let's compile it, see if we get anything this time. We already told it it's got a web API, yes. Wi-Fi comms, it says it's got it. A network time protocol, it's going to try and do that. It's got various other stuff. But the input pins, the output pins don't matter, but the input pins, anything that says input is just assigned, changed once, free pin identified, yeah. So they're all set to 15. I've done that on purpose, because without that controller plugged into anything, it's gonna, some pins you can't assign them high or low or anything. You don't want them floating. So I'm just going to make sure now that have a look on here and see if pin 15 is going to be a problem. So number J1 header block, J3. Right, let's just have a look down here, see if we can, yeah, we can zoom in a bit. Okay, right, so let's have a look. So pin 15, where are we? Pin 15, is it GPIO 15 or is it pin 15? Pin 15 there, oh, it's part of the crystal. Part of the crystal, don't know. UART RTS, UART 0 RTS. I know, I'm not sure what that will do, but anyway, so pin 15 doesn't look like it's doing a great deal. I don't know. Let's just try it. Let's see. There's a lot of code to go through, so right, I'm going to compile it and upload it again. While that's doing, I'm just going to nip and get a can. Won't be a second. Back again. Righty-ho. Open the can, it should be beer really. Well, it's no beer. Well, there's one left somewhere, I think. Oh well. Oh dear. So, let's see if anyone's around. Yeah, we got someone around. Oh well. Howdy, howdy. I'm just doing a bit of DevKit, trying to get a DevKit set up. I'm hoping it'll be a bit quicker. Oh, it's failed to do that for some reason. Right, we've just got a failure here. Failure. Oh, TFT update ESP backlight wake was not declared in this scope. Yeah, this is exactly the problem I thought we would get. Alright. So it's in commands 214. Okay, let's have a look at commands 214. Commands. Right, 214. Here it is, it's flagging this up. Right. Now it's not declared, so I need to go into the C, the H for that. Right, have a look down here. Right, has a TFT24. Is that the same one? Hang on. Backlight wake up. What did it say? Was not declared in this scope. Right, okay. Backlight wake up, so go back to the. So backlight wake up. It's not there, is it? It's not here. I haven't declared the function in the header. Backlight wake up. I haven't got nothing to do with the backlight there. So if it has a TFT4, let's just check my. I'm running out of space on it, aren't I? How do I get across? So I see, like that. Right, has a backlight, has a TFT4. Well, it thinks it's got one. I could just take it out for now, but might as well leave it in. It's really gets complicated. Right, let's go back to this. Has a TFT4, so that's saying it has got one. If it's got one, do this backlight. Oh, I know. We've got to go to displays, TFT displays. Yeah, I wrote this a while back, so let's TFT displays. Update. Where's the TFT stuff? Hang on, it's at the top under displays, I think. Displays. TFTH. Here we go. Right, so we got a node MCU if it's defined. Yeah. Larlin, different ones for different things. T display. LilyGo. Node MCU. Right, so yeah, that's why we're not doing anything there. So we need to just make sure whenever it does, see, it has a TFT4, it'll do this program here. It'll do all of this code. So I need to go through to wherever we think. We said it was similar to that, didn't we? So if I do an OR on that. Yeah, let's do an OR on that. Ready? Let's just copy that. Do an OR there and change that for. What did I think? What did I say it was? Can't remember now. Alright, so we just want that one. This is where it starts getting a bit weird. Actually, we just need to tell it it's that, don't we? An ESP32. Oh well, we'll do it this way. This is a bit long-winded way of doing it. Oh God, what am I doing? Right. So, yeah, back up to display. There it is. Yeah, so we need to change that for that one. Okay, and it should just bring that in once we click save. Right, let's try compiling again. Yeah, it's highlighted it now, so hopefully it'll get a bit further. If not, We'll have to go and find the next problem. So still the backlight was not declared in commands. Right, didn't know anything about that. Let's go back to TFT. Right, here we are. So it's that wake backlight there. It's not liking it. Now there'll probably be another thing in here somewhere. Yeah, if defined TDGO T-display. T-display, right, okay. Go down the list. This is where it gets a bit funny. You've got different parts to do different controllers. It'll only compile the one that's relevant. What's this one? Gotta go down the list. It's probably not the best way of doing it, but uptime, right. Right, so you got your TTGO display. Oh my god. Right, so I don't know where that is, hang on. So you got your, oh yeah. Right, okay, so we need to extend this here. So we need to go back to this bit. Where we've done that. Go and do it there. Just saying it's the same as those two. Okay, right, let's try again. This is a bit trial and error, but there's so much code to look after. If you want to keep using the same code across different platforms, I haven't found a better way of doing it at the minute. Anyway, see how far we get. Still coming up with an error. Right, still coming up. 214 TFT backlight, wait, not declared. So you got to declare that in your H file. So we've got that there. We're in our H file. So there'll be another section somewhere else here. Not there. Right. It's gonna have to be down here somewhere. So keep looking down the list till you see another. There it is. Yeah, we've got to add it to there. This is a bit of a pain because that's where it'll declares the backlight wake up. But this should switch, and as soon as I save that, it should switch. Enable this to be. Well, we could just compile it instead of waiting. Anyway, I'm hoping that anyone has got a better idea of how to do multiple controllers with the same code, sharing the code, so you can modify one section of code. It works with all of them. It's not as easy as that sometimes. Some drivers, you need different drivers for different screens. Different TFT screen. You got TTGO T-Watch, then you got a Lalin display, then you got other kinds of displays, OLEDs and all sorts. You got to switch the right stuff. So this is the only way I found of doing it. But every time you introduce a new controller, you've got to keep adding to it like this. See how far it gets this time. It's bound to fail on something else, but it's just step by step. You go through it, and until it doesn't fail anymore, then you hope. Once you upload it, you hope it'll boot up. But there's more to it, even though, again, there's more to it because it's going to read the ROM memory to find some parameters. And because it's never ever been programmed, it's a new control. It's never had any parameters saved to its memory. My params, I'll show you that in a minute. But basically, it'll try to load from EEPROM or the equivalent of whatever memory's been allocated as ROM. And if it doesn't find a valid I narrow down the bytes that it reads, and if it reads something wild like 255 or something, it'll put a default value in instead. Right, so we got further this time, but we still got some problems here. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's coming all the way down to here. Created the image. Right, keep going. In the file included live debs DevKit-1 async ElegantOTA source 1 warning library is depreciated. Okay, please consider moving to a newer. Okay, depreciated. Right, so we're getting to another bit here. That's okay. That's just telling you it's depreciated. The file included in ElegantOTA. Right, so ElegantOTA fatal error update H, no such file or directory. Right, so we've got to find the update H. Go down the list. I don't even know what update H is. Update H. Have I got an update? Is that one of my files? No, I don't think it is. Update H. Fatal error update H. Have I got an update? I haven't got an update H. No such file or directory. Okay. Where's this coming from then? A file included with source. Right, it's not come up there with anything else. So, compile include update H. Okay. PlatformIO. Right, so this is some kind of. I'm not even using ElegantOTA at the minute anyway. But it still needs to be in there for the future. Right, so the in file included in live debs a source warning depreciated. Yeah, that's okay. Then we're going to sockets, spiff editor. Spiff editor. Okay. Alright, I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but let's just compare our initialization routine. So we've got board MCU. Let's go back to one that was quite close. Alright, let's go back to one that was close. The Larlin one was about the closest, we said, didn't we? Yeah. There it is. So it's using ESP tool. Board is Larlin. Express it 32. Build partitions, no OTA. We could try that. Try putting that in. Now, is there anything about ElegantOTA? There it is. Right, okay. Let's go down again. Back down. Keep going down. Is that it? No, that's not the one. There's too many on here, see that's what happens, right. So we could stick that in there. Right, so we've got no OTA, we've got our ElegantOTA there. Might be this ElegantOTA doesn't support the new ESP32-S3, I don't know, or maybe they need a newer version. Because that's the original OTA, probably too old. Right, let's just save that and see if it'll compile now with me telling it I'm not using OTA. 4. Right, let's let that catch up. Right, compile. Right. Yeah, it's quite a bit of a boring one, this one. It's a bit of a boring thing, but this is what you got to do if you want to get one of your controllers working. You got to do this kind of stuff. Once you've created a bit of code and you want to make it work on more than one controller, different type of controller, hence you've got your watches, all your different boards. You're going to have different libraries for different things. You have to do a lot of research. And that async, that one there, it might not work with. Let's just do a bit of a browse on that. Let's just have a look. Paste with ESP32-S3 problem. Don't know if it'll find anything. Does not work as expected. Right, okay. S3. Bad request. What's this then? Got this message. Bad request, 100%. Same problem. Any plans to fix yet? Well, okay. I don't know. Probably should update the library, really. But like I say, every time I update the library, it uses more memory. I've already had to shut off some stuff. Trying to find information is terrible these days. You have to. It's like a rabbit's warren trying to find the bit you're after. Issues. What's this saying? Problem like loading firmware. Yeah, it goes back a long time. It's trying to find a needle in a haystack sometimes. Could ask ChatGPT. Should we ask ChatGPT? See what it says. Go on then. Let's just get into chat. It doesn't know everything. We'll give it a go though. Alright, let's. Oh, what's this asking me now? Oh, what's he doing? ChatGPT, fresh fruit salad. Hey? So it's logged me out. Welcome back. Oh my god, it's gone nuts on me. Right, let's try again. That's alright, I'm just on another screen in a minute. Why has it gone silly? Send a message. Oh my god. Why does it always log you out? Right. Wants a password there. Why does it want a password? How dare, oops, you tried to sign in as not authenticated. Oh god. I don't know why it does that. So it's not going to let me in today. No, it was letting me in yesterday. Right, let's try again. Let's sign in with something else. Return to the home page. Right, let's log in with that one then. Is it going to let me log in, or is it going to tell me you're trying to log in with a different method? Stay signed in, yeah, stay signed in. Oh, whoops. You tried signing in via, which is not an authentication method. Oh well, we're going off on a tangent again. I can't do it. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Anyway, so there's something wrong with it. Something wrong with... Right, so did I compile this? Yeah, I did. So it's still not liking ElegantOTA. Now, is it my code or is it just an incompatibility? I don't suppose anyone listening would know? No. No, there was 2 watching, now they're gone. Oh! Hello, sir. Varun Aurora. Hi. At yeah, I missed that one. Sorry. Oh, got 3 watching again. No watching, 3 watching. No watching, 3 watching. Hello. Any experts? Any async or ElegantOTA experts out there? They know why I can't get this to compile. It's more than likely my fault, but it doesn't always tell you the right info if it points to another library. Right, fatal error, update H, no such file. Okay. That's not one of my libraries. Looking for check our library. I suppose I could do a clean. Tell you what, let's do a clean. Let's do a clean. Where's the clean? Clean, there you go. Let's clean it and recompile. That's always worth a try. Alright, so it's cleaned it, yeah. Done cleaning. Right, let's just try compiling. Hopefully it'll fetch the libraries back down again. Yeah, hopefully that'll fetch the libraries back down again, maybe. Oh, I might have to change this bit here. So it's looking for above a certain revision number. Let's see what happens with a clean. You never know. So yeah, we're just doing a bit of boring stuff today. But yeah, I'm just trying to get this DevKit, ESP32-S3-DevKit. It's a version DevKit-C, first one. I bought 3 of them last year. Don't know why I bought 3, I must have been mad. They made me sign a thing to say I wouldn't sell them on. I've got 2 more in the kit behind me. But they're alright for testing stuff, you know, supposedly. I was just hoping it would be easier to test, compile and rerun and test to check out this web API here. Yeah, so I want to adjust this web API. I've got a few projects for it. You can click the I'll tell you what, if I was to click on there, I don't know if you can see it there. No, you can't see it on that one. It's too far over this way. So if I log on to another one, you'll be able to see it though. 192.168.0.97, is it? Is it 97? Can't remember which one it is now. No, it might be 99. Why does it do that? 192.160.99. Yeah. It's 99. Right, so that one there. Actually, it got any power on it? Doesn't look like it got any power, does it? I forgot to put the power in. That's not going to work out very good, is it, with no power in? Right, okay. Oh well, can't do that one then. Never mind. I'll close that one off. Right, let's close that one off and put me back over there again. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, because I've got a read head that's further over this way. It's off camera, so you can't see it. But basically, I'm trying to adjust this web API here. I tell you what I've done now is I've managed to reuse the CSS without duplicating it for each page here. I've managed to reuse the same CSS for all the buttons and this controls and everything across all these three. So you've got about web page, you've got your settings and that, and then you also got a login, so sharing the CSS code across all four, which automatically changes all this as well. This is a clever little way of doing it. Instead of changing the icon and the colour, you change its CSS value. So that's a bit of a trick there. Change its CSS code instead, and the web page will automatically adjust for that without having to do a great deal. Right. Yeah, so right, so let's see where we got to. Failed again. Alright, there's not much I can do about that, so I'll tell you what I can do though. I can take it out temporarily, but that might cause a bit of a ruckus. I wonder if there's a new library. I'm sure doesn't that up caret mean higher than this? Hang on, let's do a bit more research. Right, so ESP32-S3-DevKit-OTA. Over the air update, let's have a look. OTA update mechanism allows the device. Right. Oh, it's ElegantOTA I need to do it through. Right. Let's find the spelling for that. Async. ElegantOTA. Right. Dev expressive update Arduino. Just perfect for what we want. Just bragging about it. I suppose we could go to the web page and let's have a look at what Arduino says about it. Right, you got the latest release is 2.2.8 Library Manager. What's it compatible with? ESP32. I'm wondering if I could just tell it it's... I'll tell you what, could I just tell it... What about if I tell... What about if I just tell this it's just an ESP32 and ignore the fact that it's an S3? Do you think it'll still compile? Will it still compile, I wonder? ESP board developer. No, I don't know. I'll tell you what we can do. Have a look on Expressive site for it. I think I've got it open already, haven't I? Hang on. I've already got it here, haven't I? Let's see what it says here about it. Right, there's some bits somewhere about what you need to put in PlatformIO, isn't there? I'm sure there was. Right. There used to be a bit of the installation. Alright, let's have a look. VS Code extension. So no PlatformIO info. Right. What's this gonna say? So what, you can put it in directly. Oh, that's the Expressive IDF. No, we don't use that. That's what we used to have to put it in before the Arduino core was released. Was there not PlatformIO section? Let's just search for it. Hang on. Right. Oh god, hang on. ESP32-DevKit. PlatformIO. Documentation. Right, PlatformIO, is this it? Yeah, this looks like it. Right, so please use for board. So we've got that, that's the board. You can override default settings per build using the options. Right, okay, so what we've got here. I'm still saying it's one of them. You can upload protocol using upload ESP tool. Right, so it's not telling it's telling us the same thing we've already got, really, doesn't it? I suppose you. I'm not sure if you could get away with it as just a standard ESP32 board. Hang on. Settings per build using board. Options. I don't know. Oh, we'll stay with what we've got. Yeah. You can upload protocol using upload protocol option. ESP32 tool. Don't know. Frameworks does the Arduino. Right, okay. Doesn't tell us much. It's already set according to that. So having no OTA hasn't really done a lot. So let's take that out of there. Right, take that back out of there, yeah. And I'll tell you what, let's just tell it hasn't got a oh, it's ElegantOTA, it was a problem, wasn't it? OTA, have I got one setting for OTA? No. As an OLED. As a TFT. Right. Okay. So, we're stuck on this one now. ElegantOTA. I suppose I could take it out of the system. What happens if I just take that out? Take it out. See what happens. Probably say it won't like that. Say library doesn't exist or something. Give it a go. Alright, yeah, we're just playing with PlatformIO and trying to get this controller working. An ESP32-S3. I'm trying to get it working with this firmware. Alright, let's try and compile it now without that there. It's probably gonna not like that at all, I wouldn't have thought. Yeah, I need to strip some stuff out of it. I keep experimenting with it with different controllers. What I ought to do is, once I've got it, I mean, it doesn't compile it. It'll only compile the one I've set the environment to. Oh dear. 10 o'clock. Oh well. See how far it gets. I don't know how it runs at all, really, with all this lot in it. You have to get into the zone to program all this lot. Can't come back to it years later and you know, try to do it in as logical format as possible. But there's so many different devices, different screens, different TFT screens, different OLEDs, different buttons. You can do it. Just got to map it all out. So it currently works with an ESP8266, an ESP32, a Raspberry Pi RP2040. Lots of different ESP32 devices. No S2s, no S3. This is the first S3 we're trying to set up on it. I should imagine it's going to complain that I've just removed a library. I mean, it's got to complain, hasn't it? Surely, it's got to. But at least it might show me where. Then I can just tell it if it's using an S3, don't bother to install it until I find an ElegantOTA that will work with it or doesn't have an error. So you can do a workaround. I'm not even using the ElegantOTA anyway. Don't use it. So it's just a matter of taking it out of my code, which now I've got rid of the library should point me to my code whereabout it's trying to initialize it. Yeah, here we go. Right, let's see what it says now. Extensor. So Wi-Fi unidentified reference to a TFT update web API address. Okay, still doing that, is it? Right, fair play. Let's sort that out then. Right, USB Wi-Fi in function init. So let's get that up and have a look at that. Line 32. Right, USB UPAS. Where are you? Wi-Fi, UPS, there it is. No, is that the one? Yeah. Unidentified reference to TFT on line 32. Right, here it is. If it has a TFT, yeah. Okay. Alright, so if it has a TFT display, just updating the display. And it'll be a bit up here where it selects the ESP32 or that one, because we've got a different device now. If it's that or that, do all this. Where's the end if that goes with that? Is there an end if? Yeah, right at the end. So how's it even getting to that part? Undefined reference to this. On 32, yeah. Okay. Let's have a look at that bit. Yeah, it doesn't know anything about this. It's a different range of thing. Right, so what do we do? So it's looking for... Okay, it's basically just looking for that. Wi-Fi comms. Right, let's go back to this. Let's just tell it to do this. Undefined reference. How's it even getting past this though? I don't know how it's getting past this. Oh, so no, it is getting past it because it knows it's an ESP32. Even though it's an S3, it is still an ESP32, so it's getting past this. So the problem is this TFT update web API that's not referenced. So we'll have to go to that one, TFT, so display, back to display, TFT, and have a look at this status. Status, right. You got a status anywhere? Web status. Right, so we've got the thing in there for it, but have we got the equivalent in here? So it's defined there, and it'll be defined down here. Ah, here we go. We haven't carried this on to do. You've really got to go. You've got to find all occurrences of this, really, and then paste it onto there. So you could find all that. I'll tell you what. Let's find all that. Let's just find all that. Let's find that and put it in. So we'll do a find all that, and we're going to find 2 of 2. Right, so how do you find it? Toggle replace. Previous match. Right, next match. So we've got one there, got one there. So we've got them all there. We need to find in files. Right, find in files. Find in files. Okay, so we've got one there, and we got one there, and one there. So we seem to have them all. Right, let's have them all. So let's compile that now. Save all and compile. Yeah, it's just there was one missing. Just one missing there. I might not needed to add that, you know. I might have just, if it picks it up as an ESP32. Oh no, because I've actually addressed it as those things. It's the board manager. There's a board manager name for it, and there's my own name that I've named it, so it's still failing. Right, what's it saying? Yeah, another one. Undefined reference to do a touchscreen button event. Could mess your all your code up if you're not careful. Right, input. Right, so the inputs aren't. They haven't got an entry for input. This could go on for a long time. So you go on to let's go on to H inputs. Number of inputs. So we've got as a touchscreen. Okay, we just got as touchscreen. As TFT and a touchscreen. I'm just trying to work out what I told it it's got. As a TFT and it has a touchscreen. Yeah, so it thinks it's got a touchscreen. Yeah, because the Larling was set up for a touchscreen. Let's just take that to 0. It hasn't got a touchscreen. We'll take off the touchscreen. Yeah. I actually got nothing plugged into it at all, so let's take that off for a minute. I made a bit of a mistake basing it off the Lolling, because that did have the touchscreen plugged in. Alright. So here we go. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it to compile so I can use it as to test the web API, really. That's all I wanted to do. I suppose I could create the web API on its own in a blank screen. But then you've got to transplant it back in again, so yeah. Okie dokie. I bought one of these RSH Tech USB 3 HDD docking stations. You slap your old hard drives in the top, put a memory stick in and TF card and USB 3s. It's alright storage, using some old drives for storage. So that will get a NAS drive, or just buy a drive and put it in. So it's pretty good. You can just switch it off and not hot swap, but switch the power off to the without unplugging the USB. Just switch the power off to the drives and then hot swap them without hot swapping them. You know what I mean? So I'm doing all this just to get that. Mind you, you never know. I don't think I'm going to ever use one of them. You have to look at all the pins really to find out which pins are being used. It's a big job to work out every pin. That Node MCU, I had to go through and work out all the pins, what they did. Some of them haven't got pull-ups or pull-downs, so you have to put your own in. Some have got them, so you don't need to put your own resistor in. And to actually come up with a circuit board that you've used every last pin. Right, so what's it doing now? Writing it. So it compiled this time, and it's written it. Okay, let's see if we can see a device on the wireless network. Let's see if it's coming up with an ID number. Give it a chance to refresh. Probably won't come up with anything. Can't see it yet. It's not coming up with anything. What I might have to do, I'll tell you what we'll have to do, we'll have to enable debug. See how far we got on. So I'm going to switch this switch on here. Enable debug. Basically this will give us some serial feedback. So let's do that. Right, let's upload that. Right, I've enabled debug now. It's probably going to have to go and compile everything back again. But what this will do is it will slow the processor down and give us loads of feedback. We'll be able to see where it's falling down. It might just be the fact that it's got no parameters. But while that's compiling, I'll just show you the main on here. Hang on. Let's find main. Here it is. If you have a look at main here, see how it has debug equals has a debug state all, which is just at 1, and it'll initialize the serial port. Then as it goes through different stages of initializing the real-time clock, it'll tell you it's past the real-time clock. Input arrays, I mean it should be using the debug really, but I don't know how to use the debug, the JTAG stuff, I don't know how to use that. So I've got serial print, so you can go past all the different things it has to go through. Past the prom, past display outputs, inputs, initializing the engine, SPI, different things it has to try and commission. I mean, there's nothing plugged in, so it might just be the fact that it's not plugged in, or one of those pins I told you about. One of these pins might be trying to output to a pin, which is, so these outputs are 25. I should have looked at them as well, because on this bit here, hang on, I've got to go forward again. No, go back. Yeah, these pins here, 25. A lot of these boards they use the same pins. So 25, where are you? 25, where? I can't see it. Where is it? 25, 20. I can't see 25. GPIO 25, where are you? It's not on there. Not on there, so... Alright, it's writing again, so it's using output. Buzzer is 25, 26 is relay 1. And you got some outputs, failed, okay. Error occurred, failed to write compressed data to flash after sequence 36. Inflate error, okay. Never seen that before. Failed to write it. Okay, I don't know what that is. Try again. Weird. Right. So we want 25 and 26 on this screen. 25 and 26. I don't see it. 20, 20, 21. No, we're missing some pins here. Why are we missing pins? Oh, it's writ it this time, no problem. Oh well, the speed it writes it at, I wouldn't be surprised. Right, so what have we done? Oh, we've turned the debug off. So if I go on to serial monitor, we've got we're in a cyclic reboot. Let's try rebooting it. What have I just done? I heard something go click then. Oh, disconnected the thing. I don't know what it's doing there. It's disconnected the port for some reason. Right, let's terminate the task. Let's go back in again. Right, so we've got a cyclic crashing going on. It's a fail, isn't it? Let's see if we can reboot it. No, I press the one button, it keeps doing that. Okay, so where do you go from here then? I've no idea. So it's not even implementing any of my code. Let's terminate it and go back on. Right. Let's try and see. Can I terminate it and still view it? Yeah. Right, so if I go back up to terminal. Is this the output? No. Right, I'm on terminal. Output. Nothing on the output. Terminal. It's cleared the terminal. That's no good, is it? I want the terminal on, I want to read it, read what it's saying. Reset, boot, SPI flash boot, saved, clock, divide 1, entry, I don't know. Right, so it's not having it, is it? It's not liking that, so how can we do it? What is the easiest form of action? It's going to be one of these pins it doesn't like. Alright, let's just close that down. Let's just alter one of these pins. So we're on 15. Let's find out what 15 is doing. 15, it's attached to analog to the converter. But then I've got some pins it doesn't know about. Let's set it to an output GPIO. I used to tell you whether you can do output and stuff. 45 GPIO. So let's just change some of these numbers to something else. Something that we're not using. 36 and 35. If I remember right, some of them are input only or output only. This is not very descriptive, this one. Serial, strap, analog to digital, touch. Alright, let's take it to an analog to digital. No, that's D plus and minus. Just need to go to a pin that doesn't do anything. Right, let's have a look at the pins again. So we're going down the list. Pins not used. Output. Pin 5. What's pin 5 doing? Pin 5 is just a touch thing. Okay, it shouldn't matter. Let's assign them to 5 and 6. Alright, so we've got let's say that's 5. 5. Put them all on 5. Tamper pin, that's an input, so 5. 5. Output reset pin 15. 5. Buzzer pin output. Let's say 6. Put this outputs on 6. And that one on 6. 6. 6. Reader 6. Oh god. 6. 485 pin on 6. 6 and 6. Alright, let's try that. I should find which pins are what. Let's just try that. Alright, we'll try that. So 6 and 5, so these should be pretty armless, really. Yeah, half the battle's now, so that's the reset and that's the boot. Okay. It's even got a IO48 NeoPixel on board, by the looks of it. Fair play. Right. That tells you here what they all do. Look. 5 and 6. It can be a GPIO. Yeah, type IO and touch. Reset is 3. I couldn't find for some reason you don't get pins 25 or 26. So what have they done with 25 and 26 then? Don't know what they've been doing with that. 21 and 22 is ground. Name. Yeah, it's a weird board. Seems to be pins used up, but for what, I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with the JTAG, I don't know. Anyway, right, let's see where we got to. Right, it's written it, and let's see if we can get anything else out of it now. Now we've still got a cyclic going on. Still doing a reboot. Doesn't like something. Okay. Maybe I'm in the wrong slot. Could be in the wrong port. Let's have a look. UART and USB. So I'm in the USB. Yeah, I'm in the right one. Okay. Right. Okay, let's turn something else off. It's probably that library I got rid of. That library, I got rid of one, didn't I? Oh, that's not the right one. What am I doing? Right, so leave that like that. Go over to PlatformIO. What else can we turn off? Web API, we want that on. Wi-Fi comms, let's turn that off. Turn the NTP time off. Turn the TFT off. Tell it it's got a DevKit. It's got debug, serial port, and a web API. That's it. Let's try that. It always does that. Cannot find it. It's because I just clicked save. It doesn't like. It'll still do it though. Oh no, it won't do it though. Let me do that again. Because if you save it and upload at the same time, it loses sync with it. Right, it's going to have to compile this whole thing again. PlatformIO, yeah. Oh, it's failed. It's failed. Why has it failed? Packet. UDP send pack was not declared in this scope. I don't normally have the comms off. Let's put the comms back on. I've got a problem. There's another section where it's missing some stuff. You could spend years going through this lot. Try again with that one back on. Wi-Fi comms. UDP send packet, that's the comms from the software. Controller to the software, separate from the web API. But it's still trying to initialize it. I'd have to go through each one. Trouble is, you get one controller work, and then you have to swap to another controller and make sure they all work. It's a laborious process. You've got the more controllers, the more times you have to switch and test your code each time. Not enough time in the day, is there? Oh well. So if anyone wondering, probably wondering what I get up to, this is it. Very boring. So they'll probably say, why don't you just use TasMota? Good question. As I say, you can't do access control, swipe and proximity, but somebody had a video out that they were doing that. I'm not sure what success they had of it, but anyway. Didn't bother to play the video, but there's only one thing I saw about that. I didn't see anything else. I wasn't even searching, but maybe I should just strip all this out now. Keep the watches and keep the LAL in and they keep bringing out new controllers. That's the trouble. As far as I know, they haven't got rid of any controllers. You'd think they'd stop making the old ones, but they don't seem to stop making the old ones. You'd think they'd supersede them with a better model and stop making the old ones. Alright, we're writing again. Okay, let's switch on the old terminal. Right, what's going on there then? It's not feeding me back any crashing or anything. Let's do a reboot. I don't know why when I do a reboot it seems to lose the yeah, see that? It loses the port. Already active, terminate it. Right, let's put on the... Oh, it's waiting for me to pick a port, is it? Hang on. More details. Menu, Control T. Terminal on COM8. That's not doing anything. Let's have a look if it's still COM8. Yeah, still COM8. So it's not doing anything. Right. That's weird. I'd expect it to show me some output from the serial port. Unless that's the UART, that's the USB. Maybe it doesn't output through USB. You'd think so. No, it was showing me, wasn't it, earlier? Right, yeah, of course it was. So we're not getting anything there. What about if I press this one? Control C to quit. Control and C. What's this doing? Terminate. Right, I don't know. That's a weird one. I'll tell you what. Let's just... let's see if I got anything Wi-Fi coming up. No. It's not showing itself as a Wi-Fi. I had TAS-Motor programmed into it, didn't I? I don't know. I'm stuck now. I suppose I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll open a new file. Right, so go open a folder. Right, let's just try a new one. My solutions. New folder. Call it ESP32-S3. Okay. Select the folder. Let's create a new blank one. See what we can do. See if we can find it. Right, so let's choose a board. Let's just try blanking it. Do a blink on it or something. I'll do a serial port blink. Right, project, pick a folder, create a new project. Right, okay, so we want PlatformIO project task. Create a new project. Right, so you want a new project. Right, it wants a project name. Testing ESP32-S3 board ESP32-S3 cam. See, right. Where's the one I want? Will that do it? I suppose that should do it, shouldn't it? Should we say DevKit? It's not doing it from there. Hang on, ESP32 S3. Oh, S3 DevKit-C-1. No data. What's going on here? Right, let's just search for it. Oh my god, see how many there are. Where's these? ESP32. Alright, where's your DevKit? Pico. Here it is. DevKit C. There it is. No, it's not C6. It's an S. There it is. That's the only one they got with it. That's it. No PS RAM. That's the one. Arduino framework. Use a default location. Finished. Okay. Right, so let's go on to source and main. Let's upload this setup result my function 2 or 3. Why is it showing me that for? My result, my function. Int xy return. Why is it showing me that? Put function declaration here. Okay, so let's just don't know why it's showing me all that. Let's get rid of that. Declaration. Oh, it's just showing an example. I got you. Alright. Go. So serial port. Serial.begin. 115 200. Okay. Okay. Serial print line does it work? Okay. Let's just do delay. So delay 1000 serial print line looping delay 2000 go to there, looping again. Right. Okay, let's see what that does. See if it'll compile that. It's not gonna like. Maybe it'll find it without a PlatformIO ini. I don't know. Save. Let's have a look at the ini. Oh, it's already set it up, look. Might work then. Alright, let's just try it. Here we go. Go back to main. See if it'll have it. It's gonna take a while. Let's see if there's anyone around. No. Nobody watching. Oh well. Oops, what we got here? Get rid of that. Okay, so we've got that. Let's open the terminal up. No. Menu. So why isn't it opening the terminal? Terminal on COM8. Control T for the menu. Control T. Unknown menu parameter. What's going on here? So am I in the wrong port or something? Serial begin. Right, I don't know. Oh, that's weird. I suppose I need to blink an LED. Now, is that an LED or is it? I don't know if that's an LED or a NeoPixel. It's just lit right as a power light, isn't it? Oh, there's a NeoPixel. Right. So I can't get any feedback out of this. It's a bit of an evil platform to develop on, isn't it? Maybe it's supposed to do JTagging and stuff. Right, let's try. That's a reboot. I'm not liking this controller. Not liking it at all. If you can't do a reboot and watch the thing reboot. I'm not a fan. I suppose you've got to set up a NeoPixel on a pin and change the colour. It's the only other way of going to get feedback out of it without the serial port working. What am I doing wrong with the serial port, I wonder? Right, serial port. Let's just get an example code, PlatformIO code for this. See if we can find it somewhere. Example PlatformIO code. Getting started. Platform. Let's see what this has got to say. New project. Serial begin 600. I'll include Arduino H. Right, let's just try that then. Thought we just done that though. Right, not sure what's going on here. So we've got our right, so this is the default code. Don't know why it wouldn't work unless I'm in the wrong port. Right, let's just upload that, see what happens now. It's the same thing, isn't it? Task menu, PlatformIO monitor. Alright, I don't know what that is. Mini term on COM19. Yep. So I'm not getting that. Framework, Arduino, debug tool. So PlatformIO, what's we got? What we got here? Framework, Arduino. Right, let's see what we got. Nothing. Not a thing. Quit C. Help. So we're not getting anything. Forward a port. Terminal on. Okay, 9600. Is that why? Ah, I've got to tell it what the thing is, haven't I? The baud rate. But that's 9600 now, isn't it? So it should have worked anyway. I don't get it. That's weird. I tell you what, should we just try another one? Let's get another one. Right, we got another one in here. Don't know, maybe Tasmotor's done something to it. Stopped it working. Let's just get another one out. As far as I know, there's no code ever been written onto these before today. Right, let's unplug that. Let's quit the terminal and pull out the and plug in another one. Okay. Oh, we've got a flashing NeoPixel. That's never been programmed then. That's still got the original flashing. Yeah, I'll show you. Look. That's just got the flashing NeoPixel on it. Right, let's just let's see if there's any some device manager. Okay. Example print. Yeah, so that's actually doing something. Okay. Right, let's stop that then. See if we can upload this sketch that's supposed to work. Ready? Here we go. And if we might have to do, don't know, what I might have to redo the bootloader or something on that other one. Oh, COM9, it's trying to connect to COM9, look. Nah, why is it trying to connect to COM9? Let's have a look what this one's set up for. COM9, it is COM9, that's why. ESP2 COM9 connecting, fatal error. No serial data received. Is it waiting for me to press it? Right, let's try again. Let's do a reset. I'll change the boot. So there's some stuff going on here. Connecting. Didn't like that. Right, I don't know what's going on with this one. How can one work and not another? Doesn't make no sense. COM9. Oh, let's try again. Might be the wrong tool. Let's try it. What do I have to do to make it boot? Upload error. Invalid head of packet. Serial noise or corruption. Alright, I'll tell you what, let's take it out and plug it into the UART side. I have no idea if this will work in this other socket. Alright, let's try it again in that one. Device manager. Right, where are we now? Oops, wrong one. COM10. Okay, so that I might have been in the wrong port maybe all along. Alright, maybe that's why. Well, that's the same one I had. Fatal error. COM9 doesn't exist. No, it doesn't. Right, auto. COM10. Right, okay. Go, go, go. Will it do it? Yeah. So it looks like you can write to different ports. Well, why was it writing on the other port? Let's see what this is doing. Hello world. Yeah, it's doing it, look. Okay, so it's working. Okay, so let's go back to my original code then. Stop that. Let's go back to the recent file. That one. Do you want to save it? No, I don't think so. Yeah, go and save it. I don't care. Right, so go back to the original code. Let's see if it likes it in that other port. I don't know. I mean, one says USB and the other one says UART. At the minute I've got it in the UART, so you tell me. Maybe the serial port comes out of the UART instead of in the USB. Or maybe the USB, I don't know. Anyway, let's we finish that. Yeah, right, so we're on that, so let's upload that, see what happens. See if it's going to find it, automatically find it, should do. Building and release mode. Looking for an upload port, found one. Writing. Alright, where do we get to? Okay. Let's see if we've got any serial data. We've got something. The baud rate will probably be wrong. How do you set the baud rate? I have to do it in code, not monitor, I don't know, yeah. So we're monitoring and not telling it how we're monitoring, are we? Right, monitor speed. Let's copy these over. Let's put these bits in here. Right, monitor speed. Right, let's re-upload that. So we're getting something now, but begs the question: why did it upload on the other port? When they add more than one port, they make things confusing. What does it say on there? Let's have a look. Right, what does it say? USB UART. So I got it plugged into the UART now instead of the USB. Let's try and find out what's going on. Datasheet. What's this look like? S3 datasheet. Oh my god, look at this lot. We want the schematic. PCB layout. Let's look at the schematic. Right, so power UART bridge, boot and reset, pin header. So you've got ESP USB, and you've got USB UART bridge. Right, okay. Let's find out what they're for. Oh, that's that same drawing there. There are 3 mutually exclusive ways to provide power to the board. USB to UART port, either one or both. Alright, header blocks. Right, hang on then. Hardware setup. Connect the board with the computer using the USB to UART port. Connection using ESP32-S3 USB port is not fully implemented in software. Ah, I got you. I know what it's doing. In subsequent steps, USB to UART port will be used by default. Right. Okay. So the USB UART port is connected to the chip. That chip that you can find. Oh, it's writing, is it? It's finally writing, yeah. Yeah, it finds the chip somewhere. Where does it say that chip was? If you go onto COM port, no, has it finished yet? Yeah, it's finished. See this one here? Oh, see it says Silicon Labs CP210X. That's the UART. That's the chip between the UART connector and the ESP. Now, if you go through to the USB, as detailed down here on this one, the ESP32's doing the USB directly without a chip. So it's trying its best, but yeah. Okay, well, I got it. So we've just uploaded successfully. Let's see if we can see any data coming off it. Is it? Oh, hang on. Right, oh yeah, here we go. We got some activity. Start access point, yeah. So set up an access point on 1.20. UDP's listening. It's passed all the other stuff, so yeah. That's probably wasn't getting any feedback. We're in the wrong port. It was sending the data down a different port. So let's connect to it, see if we can bring up the web API. It should have made a hang on, what's it called? Yeah, it should, that bit there should have made a wireless gadget called that. Let's have a look. Have I found it? No. Software access points, IP. Alright, it's not, I can't find it. Maybe I turned it off. Started access point. Did I turn it off? I mean, it's saying it started one, but so it's got a web API, yeah. Web API and a Wi-Fi comms, yeah. So it did start an access point up, but it hasn't started one up. Listening on no IP address. Okay. So let's start. Well, I can't find this access point with that address on it. Unless it's my. Let me try on my phone. Let's try on the phone. It's not finding one on my computer wireless. See if it finds anything. Yeah, it's got it on there. Look. Alright, so I'll connect to it. Not quite. Why? Surely it should come up on here as well. Why isn't it finding it? How could my phone find it and not the main software? Switch the Wi-Fi off. Switch it back on. Will it find it then? See if it'll find it now. Still not finding it. That's weird. So my wireless on my computer is not finding it. Right, I'll just try connecting to it on the phone. Let's just try it on the phone. Let's just connect to it on the phone. Right, internet might not be available. Right, I know there's no internet. Connected without internet. It used to bring up a config portal, but it doesn't anymore. So let's just try and connect to it. Right, I'll have to go through to a web page and just put the IP address in it. 192.168.1. What did it say it was? 20. Yeah. So we got the web API up on the phone. Right, it's got no serial number. Oh, and the inputs are going nuts as well. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see the inputs going nuts? Because there's nothing wired to the inputs. The pins aren't wired. Plus they're wired into some weird random stuff. So at least we got the web API up. But I'll tell you what I need to do. So if I log in and give it some some credentials. Let's try that. Admin UPAS. Right, log in. Right, I'm logged in. Let's go into settings. I'm in the settings, so I'm going to change the IP address to 0. It's 95. I'll give it a serial number. UPAS 3, yeah. Default gateway 0.1. Give it a serial number 3059. I'll do packet address 10, save. Should we give it a packet address? Yeah, let's give it a packet address. 31. Save. Right, you can see all that. I've just saved it. It's just yeah, it saved it. Okay. Right, let's come out of that then. Gonna reboot that now. Reprogram it. change it to turn the debug off. No, leave the debug on for a bit, it won't hurt. Alright, so we're going to change it to right, so we're going to change the config portal. Yeah, we're going to put it into station mode now. STA. Right, so we're going to recompile it, save it, and put it into station mode, and then upload it. And then we'll see if we can bring it, once it's attached to the network, I could bring it up on the browser here. Bring it up on the browser and have a look, start developing the web API on that one. It's a bit easier to upload, looks quicker as well. Seems to upload quicker. Not sure why. Maybe it's just a quicker chip or something. Alright, it's going to go back into terminal. Yeah, straight back into terminal. Reboot. Press a key to close it. Alright. Oh, there it is. It's got an IP address. Oh yeah, there it is. It's joined the network, look. And it's set itself up with... Has it got the rest of the info? No, that's alright. Okay, so we should be able to now bring it up onto here. Let's bring it up in here. That's one of the other engines. Let's just change that to what did I say it was going to be? 95. Can't remember now. Yeah, here it is, 95. Yeah, because you can see now these inputs, because they're floating, they're not in a circuit board or a shield. Actually, they're not even configured right anyway. But they are floating still, even though they're sharing it. So I should be able to log in. Let's try and log in. Yeah, so here we are, we're logged in. And you can see all the settings page. Packet address 31, serial number, NTP server. Didn't get an NTP, did it? Did I tell it not to use an NPP? Not sure, let's have a look. NTP now, look. Let's put that on, it should ask for the time. Right, let's save that. Slowly put these things back. Right, here we go. Upload that. I need to go for an intermission in a minute. Right, so hang on, go again, because I beat it. We're still saving when I clicked upload. Right, I'm going to do an intermission while this is uploading, and I'll see you in a few minutes. If you've got your headphones on, you might want to just take them off or turn it down a bit. See you in a few minutes. Okay, we're back. We're back after all that, yeah. Right, so where did we get to? Yeah, so it's uploaded it. We can go on to serial port, have a look. Right, so it's just rebooted it and it's got an IP address, same one, and it's got received an NTP response, so it's got the date and time. I think it's setting it an hour. What's it setting? 0218. What's that all about? Set times the 29th of 0218. Well, that's never right, is it? Don't know what that is. 0218. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's go and have a look at it. So it's had a few reboots, so we'll have to go back to this IP address, trace back a bit to there and enter that. Right, so it's got it there, and it's saying 29th of November 03. Yeah, so it's got the NTP time, but I'm ahead by an hour for some reason. One of my settings is out. It does the same on the other ones. Yeah, so we've got random input switching on here, and we've got the time and the date from the. If you go into the settings, admin, UPAS, settings, it's off this NTP server down here. Okay, so we've got 3059 is the serial number. Packet address is 31. We're in station mode. Now we should be able to talk to this from the main software as well. Now, it won't be very good because it's trying to do serial as well. See how fast these are flipping. Now, I'll tell you what I'll do is we'll recompile without the serial port on. So we'll switch the serial port off. Serial debug, right, so switch that off and we'll have a look at that and see if it starts going crazy faster, because the serial port, the debug, it does slow it all down a bit. Right, I'll give that a try. I don't really need the serial debug on it, so I've debugged it, you know. I mean, it's okay if it's not working at all. I can't put a screen on it. We can change the pins one by one. The pins down here, where are they? Pins there, up. These are the pins that are assigned to this controller. They're all on 5s at the minute. So what I'll have to do, what I could do, is find out which pins are inputs, which are outputs, what they're typically used for, and then assign them to something, and at least you'll be most of the way there. Yeah. Okay, so we got a bit further anyway. We managed to compile for that now. What would be nice is to be able to pick it up in the software, the main UPAS software. It's got Wi-Fi comms, so we should be able to pick that up, and we know the address. We know the address. We know the serial number and the packet address, so we should be able to now. We're already added on the network, so should be pretty easy to add that to the main software if we ever want to add it. We're in station mode. Oops, I've gone back to that for some reason. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. How did I do that? Did I just click there? So I've got about, login, Yeah, it's took me to log in. So it won't let me go past unless I log in. Can I go back and back again? Yeah. You're already logged in, see. So I'll go back to that bit. Oh no, it's taking me back. It needs to be log in again. Oh, it might have been because I just. No, it's still compiling. Yeah, it hasn't finished compiling yet. I thought it might have been because I rebooted. So, yeah, these are going random. I wonder if I hit that, what will happen? It might reset the controller. If they're onto a pin that's doing some weird stuff. Oh, it might work. Should we try it? Let's just see how far we got with that. Oh, it's actually writing. We'll wait for that to finish writing. Okay, so we've got no debug port now. We've switched off the debug. Alright, so let's go back onto here. And this will be, I don't know if this is still valid actually. It shouldn't be because we've just rebooted. Let's just go back again. They definitely look quicker, don't they? Them do. They definitely look quicker. So admin UPAS. Yeah, they're clashing it. Let's try this. Ready? So it is outputting. How about number 2? Yeah. It's outputting. Learning. Learn off. Yeah, so it's done the business. Right, let's just can either leave that there, minimize that. Let's open up UPAS. Let's see if we can add a new controller to UPAS.
Welcome to UPAS. Engine 22 is now online. Engine 23 is now online.
Alright, okay, so we can either change one of these or just add a new one. Let's just add a new one. Alright. This bit's got to sort this bit out. This is going back a bit, but it's still an easy way of adding a controller. So we'll add one of those.
Engine added to site database. Engine 22 is now online. Engine 23 is now online.
Right, so all we got to do now is go into this new one and change some settings. Right, so communication method, it'll have to be Wi-Fi. Now it's only changing the settings to the database at the minute because there's no communication with the actual stuff itself. Now the engine. Engine name, what we're going to call the engine name. Let's call it S3 S3-C-1. That'll do. Okay. Save that. It's access control. Change the serial number. So we called it 3059, if I remember right. Let's just have another peek. 3059, yeah. Packet address 31. Okay, 3059, packet address 31. Save that just to make sure. Oh, it's a version 2. Let's put it on version 1. I'm not sure what that is. Right, engine. Let's change the engine name. Let's call it an ESP32-S3 DevKit. Let's do it. It's DevKit C1. Yeah. Save that. Right, so we've got all the settings in there. Now we've got to go down to packet and make sure this is the same as again, because I I ignored my golden rule of no duplicate data. I've got 2 positions where you have to put the same data in. So anyway, right, so we've got that. Now it won't find it yet. It's still using the old setting, so we'll reload. We'll reload the engine. It's that one there. The site. Reload the site.
Engine 22 is now online. Engine 23 is now online.
Okay. We've got our new. Oh no, 31. That was it, wasn't it? Okay, so yeah, it's reordered them. That's right. It's put this one at the end because I've said it was 31. But it's not found that one. Now, why would that be? Wireless. We haven't told it. It's got wireless capability. Has a Wi-Fi? Yes. It's view mode. We're overriding that at the minute anyway, so that doesn't matter. And that's why it's not talking to it. Because I've set it up in the controller, but I haven't set it up in this software. Now we've enabled wireless. We've got to go in here, and we've got to change some of these settings now. This is just the reflection in the database of the settings we've already set. So that's okay. Let's change this. Oh no, let's change that. Alright, so it's going to be 0.95, I think we said it was. It can't talk to the data, but it can't talk to the controller yet. 95, yeah, okay. It's all good practice. We'll change the change that one to match our DHCP Wi-Fi router. Everything else is the same. Yeah. So when we restart the software, it should start to communicate with that. Let's just reload the site.
Engine 31 is now online. Engine 22 is now online. Engine 23 is now online.
Right, so we've got it online. And you can see, because we've got no PCB on it, just no shield. It's just pins floating. You're getting a similar thing over here. So it's talking to it. Let's have a look at what it's saying. Let's even solo it. Right. So it's got Wi-Fi. It's got S3C. Okay, engine packet 31. It's got the right time and everything. Although it's probably been synchronized. Yeah, it was an hour ahead, but it's been synchronized. And you can see that because when UPAS loads, it automatically checks the time against the system time, and if it's different, it'll upload the system time onto it. So if it didn't get an NTP clock, it'll automatically do the system time. UPAS, what time is it? UPAS, what time is it? Almost. You got what time is. UPAS, what time is it?
The time is 11:15 p.m.
Okay. UPAS ping 31. Got UPAS ping 31. Yeah, it doesn't work well while I'm streaming. UPAS ping 31. Don't know why I keep doing that while I'm streaming. Anyway, so yeah, you can click that open there. Didn't get the packet. There it is. There it is up there. You can undo that one there. You can open that one there, and it'll. Hang on. Didn't get the packet. Oh, I know what's happening. I've assigned the pin numbers the same. So it's because they're both the same. It's set two up in the memory with the same address, so each one affects the other one. Oh, it does get there eventually, yeah. Yeah, so we need to give it some proper pins now, pin numbers. But that's not really what I wanted it for. I just wanted at the minute to develop the web API. So anyway, we can close. I can unsolo it and stretch
Engine
it.
22 is offline. Engine 23 is offline. Engine 22 is now online. Engine 23 is now online.
You can see these inputs light up. So when you got any of these inputs trigger, you'll see them light up in real time. These are the two watches. Shall we switch them on? Go on then. Might as well switch the watches on. Right, let's switch the watch on. Ready? Might as well. I charged them up.
Engine 25 is now online.
Yeah. Let's get this engine 25. Alright, let's put that there. Let's get another one. Should buy some more of these watches just to switch them on. Just switch them on. Right, let's switch another one on. The last one. Is it coming on? Yeah, it's coming on.
Engine 24 is now online. All engines are now online.
Hooray! All engines are online. Fantastic. So I got these watches, but I don't wear them. I don't put them on. Yeah, I don't put them on. Not on. You can do stuff with these watches as well. Oh god, I can't work this camera out. I'm going to press the button on the camera on the watch. I've got three touch buttons on the watch. You see the squares on there? The three square touch buttons. Right. Let's touch the first one. Ready? And you can see it light up on there. See it? Let's see what that one. Oh god, turn that off. Sorry. I've got it pre-programmed to bring up. Let's try the middle one. Yeah, see the middle one lights up. Oh god, hang on. That's annoying for everyone. Right. That's the V3. Hang on. Same thing again. That's it. Yeah. Let's turn them off. Right. Turn this one off. That's off. Let's turn the other one off. There's about 60, 70 quid worth of watches here. Just for doing tests. And there's a lot of money's worth of kit.
Engine 25 is offline.
Yeah, I know. I just switched it off. Right. Okay. The other one will go off in a minute. Go on.
Engine 24 is offline.
Yeah, I know. Right, what else can we switch off? Should we switch the other two off? Yeah. Right, I'm going to unplug the other two. Right, they've gone off as well. So you'll lose the other two in so many more seconds. You'll lose the top two up there. These two. Oops. Oh, I've got you behind me picture. Put it there.
Engine 22 is offline. Engine 23 is offline.
Yeah. Okay. Right, so we make the other one go offline. How do we do that? I'd have to reset it when I unplug the cable. Right, let's unplug it. Really, I'm going to unplug. Here it is. Where are you? There you go. I'm going to unplug this one. That's it. We're off. So that's in a minute. It's going to say the last one's offline. That stopped counting now. See that there? It's stopped. And also, if you open this one up, you'll notice it's stopped. It hasn't come up. It's offline yet, even though the clock
Engine
stopped.
31 is offline. All engines are now offline.
Yeah. So they're all offline now. All of them. They're all gone. They're all gone. You got a little Star Trek badge circling. It's a little arrow point. It's trying to find the engine. It's sending a packet, trying to communicate. Let's switch on the packet system, the LED, so you can see what's happening. There you go. It's sending out to the cloud or the Ethernet, the LAN, and it's trying to it's sending out a request to each one of the devices. Now the only way, if I plug this one back in, that's the one I just unplugged. So get this one again, plug it back in. It's just gonna get some. It'll get some power, and it'll.
Engine 31 is now online.
Yeah, it's come back online. So I mean, you can do the same with these other two as well. Alright, I'll plug the power back in, and they'll.
Engine 23 is now online. Engine 22 is now online.
So the idea is you can people unplug something, or the power gets cut off. You don't have to do anything, it'll just put it back online, you know. So we're just waiting for these other two now, so let's put them back both together on at the same time. Ready? They're both booting up. They're both connected to NTP. They're both joined onto the network.
Engine 24 is now online. Engine 25 is now online. All engines are now online.
Yeah, so we've got all the engines online now. That's it. I make sure the metal case doesn't short on the panel. So, as you can see, we've got outgoing and incoming packets from the cloud or wireless, and we've got red and green coming back off each of them. So they're all responding. You can see how it talks to each one. Talks to that one, then it goes to the next one, next one, next one, next one. And that's what it does. Not only is it talking to see if it's there, it's asking it for its status. So it's reading all this back in one packet. So it's pretty efficient, the packet. The packet's only 14 bytes long, 15 with a checksum. It's going through the whole thing. Now if I was to open up one of them, say that one for instance, you're going to get the clock coming back as well. So you, tell you what, let's open the lot, see what happens. See if we can kill it. Should we try and kill it? Tell you what, let's try and do it from a voice command. Right, here we go. UPAS, expand all engines. See that? Now that I can't. If I did that with the mouse, I'd have to click each one like that. Right, so now it's obviously slowing everything down, because it's sending one status request and it's coming back with 2 packets for each one, because it's having to do the status of all this lot and get the time off it as well. That's where because the more you have, the more it slows down. And you can have a look on the packet system here, and you can see here, right, it's transmitting 2 packets and receiving 4. And there's your total number of transmitted packets a second, and the total number of received packets. So it's actually receiving twice as many packets a second as so there's a lot going on. Quite a lot going on there. It does a slave master thing. Now, it does a slave master, but now if we're connected via a unicast and each one's set up on its own thing, basically there's no need anymore to do it in order. That stemmed from when I did it on a RS485 half duplex, so you'd have to stop and wait and switch and request another one to answer. But I've kept it the same anyway. So it seems you can do multicast there, and you can do all sorts of stuff. So, I mean, yeah. Now we're doing unicast, you could send it a complete stream of data. Probably we'll have to do that one day anyway. Let's collapse all these engines with a voice command. Ready? UPAS collapse all engines. UPAS collapse all engines. Let's try and down here, look. UPAS collapse all engines. Collapse one. UPAS collapse all engines. Struggling a bit in it. UPAS collapse all engines. Okay. It does do it. I told you about this before. When I'm streaming, it struggles. I think it's because I'm sharing the mic with the OBS. Right, let's minimise this then. Let's turn off these packet data. I only put that on for debugging, really, that bit. Right, so there you go. Of course, you can individually check the online status. It basically sends out an online request. Checks the status. So you can basically check the health of each one. You can ping them as well. Just go on to here, look. You can go on script. Engine control. You can do ping engine there. So you select your engine and click on ping. Select your engine, click on ping. Select your engine, click on ping, and so forth. You can reboot an engine, reinstate it, factory reset it, read parameters, information. I don't know what that does. What's that do? Oh, that's opened up the info screen on the other. I still haven't sorted that out yet to show you. So toggle relays and check online and just different things. Run a script. Open all engines. If you run that, it'll send a command to open all engines.
Open all engines.
All the watches are going mad now. Can you see that? Listen. They're both going mad now. You can hear them vibrating. So let's close all engines.
Close all engines.
Yeah. I've wired the output because there's no relay on a watch. No relay output, so I've wired the output to the buzzer. Yeah, so it's wired to a buzzer. You can ping all engines as well. Let me do that one. And again. Basically, it'll broadcast a request for all engines to ping back to base. Do online all engines.
Broadcast online to all engines.
Yeah. Set time. You can synchronize the clocks on all the engines.
Synchronizing clocks on all engines.
So it's broadcasting the time to all the engines, basically. Yeah, that's it. Right. That'll do, I think. Let's minimise this. Right, so while all that's going on, it's still connected over here. And you can connect to them all as well if you want. You can go 192. I tell you what, let's go on the internet and find it. Right, let's go on the phone. There's one because they're all online. I'll go on the phone and we're gonna go on to DYDNS. Hang on, which one is it? Let me try and find it. Now, right, let's put this in. Right, so it's I forget the name of it now. What was it called? Oh, UPAS dot duckdns.org. That's it. Yeah. So I've gone to the address there. Can you see that address? Where we're looking? So at the top. UPAS duckdns.org. And that's going out on the. I'll switch the Wi-Fi off. Hang on. So I switched the phone Wi-Fi off. So it's just going out on there directly through the SIM card now. And we just got to log in, so we can log in. Right. Let's go back. Let's just close that, minimize that down a bit. So we're on this one. So I'm talking to the internet with this, and I'm going to log in to Engine 23, which is that one there, yeah. And so I'll just open it up. I'll solo it. Right, that's Engine 23. Engine 23, which I've got on the screen, which I'm connected to over my phone through the phone's signal. So I'm just going to log on to it now. Right, so admin and UPAS login. Right, so that should log in. Is it going to log in? Taking its time. Yeah, we're logged in. So now we've got your three buttons. So if I click, now I'll click Impulse 1. See the one light up on the screen? Over here, there. Watch. Impulse 1. That's through the internet now. So anywhere in the world, you can directly interact with that controller. Right. I've got learn off. I wonder if I can put learn on. No, it doesn't. Hang on. Learn off. That learns off. Have I told it? I don't know if we can make this one learn. Learning. That should be giving me an L now. And it won't give me. Yeah, this one doesn't know that it's learning, but the controller's learning. But if I bring up the web API for that one, right, it's on 98, that one is. Right, so I can log into this one again. Admin. I'm already logged in, so, oh, hang on, admin. Oh, UPAS. So I've gone on to capitals, hang on. Right, so I'm logged in there, so if I do, that is the same one, isn't it? Yeah. So if I press the button here, it shows you up there as well. So that shows you on here, and vice versa. Vice versa. You know, I'll click the Impulse 1. Yeah, it's just showing you on there. Yeah, it's green on there, so you can see it. Try again. Yeah, it's just clicked there. Yeah, it's there, but I can't see the colours too well on here. Right, so you can control it from here. That's direct over the LAN. That one is. So this one's over the internet anywhere in the world. And this one's on the desktop computer, doing all the same things. So it's doing lots of stuff basically. Right, let's close that down. Shut that down. Yeah, so it's busy. Very busy. Right. Unsolo that.
Engine 24 is offline. Engine 24 is now online. All engines are now online. Engine 25 is offline. Engine 31 is offline. Engine 25 is now online. Engine 22 is offline. Engine 31 is now online. Engine 22 is now online.
Okay. Yeah, so is there one offline? No, they're all online. Didn't tell me they were all online, did it? All engines are now online, yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to, it queues them up. I might have overwritten a queue if there's too many going on. What else can you do here? I don't know. Can't remember now. There's all sorts. Right. Anyway, that's gonna about do it for today. So what I want, let's close this down.
Thank you for using UPass.
Let's just have a ping down here. Yeah, no one watching. That's alright. No one ever watches. Right. So we're connected locally now to this, and we're not connected any other software. We've turned off, so I should be able to pulse this pretty quick now. No, what am I doing wrong? Let's go and log back into that again. Right, so we're on here. Admin, UPass. Right. Yeah, so we're okay now. Obviously, over the LAN, it's a lot quicker than over the network. Depends on the time of day and all that lot over the internet. So you issue a command and you've got to wait till it gives you feedback. Alright, so that's adding the adding this thing. Mine's different. My LED, I'm sure it's over there on mine. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. Mine's like a reverse. Boot button. USB UART. Right. They must have moved the. Oh no, it's not. It's not. I've got mine upside down. No, it is right. It's just I've got mine upside down. Right. Yeah. Okay. I think that'll do. So basically now I can go back to my code and look for my config portal. I can't remember where it is now. Is it on there? No. UPass HTML. Here it is. Here's the Wi-Fi UPass HTML. This is the shared. I'll tell you the shared. We've got has a web API. Then it'll do this. Page, the main page. It'll do. It's got style. So the style is done here in the main page. Is it? Or have I done it somewhere else? Title, yeah. Style. I can't remember how I did it now. Let's have a look. So all your style is done once for all the pages. Okay, and then you got your background. Oh no, it's still style. Is it? Yeah, still part of the style, this is. Unless I'm not using this bit. Footer. No, I don't think I think that's some old bit. Oh no, that's a lot. That's weird. Hang on. So we've got main page main. That's all one bit in it. So I'm not using that. That's not the one. Oh yeah, shared HTML. Oh, that's an old bit of code that's not being used for some reason. Right, so you've got your engine CSS. So this is all your CSS code for your engine. This gets shared amongst all the web pages. I think there's 4 web pages. So all this gets only done once. Right, then you got your header. And your header. Does it use the header? Yeah, this has to be in. I don't think the header works on its own. So I think the header's done twice. It's repeated. I tried to get it to do it like the CSS, but it wouldn't. Engine HTML. Doing all the inputs. What else we got down here? Settings. Yeah, it's repeating all this bit for the settings. Yeah, login. Yeah, it's got a. That's just HTML. It's in program memory, so. Can't remember what it is. Where's the main server bit now? No, hang on, is it in there? Yeah. Here's the main captive portal server bit. Web API, whatever you want to call it. So it's opening up. Oh, we've got to go up to the top, haven't we? Can't remember now. Can't remember now. Go down or up, I can't remember. Yeah, it'll do all this, and then it'll fetch this engine CSS. Yeah, it fetches the engine CSS, and it does the engine about, and then you got different things going on here. All your password settings, this your settings section. That's if you request a setting, it's gonna. That's to update send HTML. Right, oh, that's doing a get. So when you submit your settings form, it'll. No, that's when it reads the form, and when you post, it'll. Yeah, when you click save, it'll update all these values to the controller. You've got your different buttons. Button 1, 2 and 3 switches the learn mode on and off, and switches a relay, impulses, executes an action, impulse relay 1, impulse relay 2. This is just the refresh the main status of the page. And it only does that if you've got your password, your username and your password. You can't get to these settings otherwise. Must be logged in. You got your login, all your login stuff that's outside the scope of that to go. And you've got all your symbols at the top that get refreshed. Plain text, it's changing the strings. Searching the main page and changing the strings. So you've got your login processor. Yeah, there's a lot going on. You got default values for your inputs. Alright, anyway. It goes on and on and on, this does. That's all just for firmware, that is, all that lot. Crazy. And that's for you got the same again for different units. All these different types of controllers. The minute that's the one that's selected, so it's PlatformIO's opening up the source for this one. But it shares the code. I know, it's clever how it does it. Must be referencing it the same way. Anyway, so that's going to be that for now. I'm going to save that. Now let me just switch back to my other one. Let's go back to my main controller there. That's the one I use on my shield, my circuit board. To make sure I haven't broken anything. So we switched over to that one, and we're going to compile that one now. When that's finished down there. Just make sure we haven't broken anything before I push it onto GitHub. Actually, just go to GitHub, this one. Yeah, I think it does. I can't remember now if it goes to GitHub or DevOps. Right, let's finish that. Let's just try and compile it. And it's swapped over all the folders and everything. Reading ID. Cannot read properties undefined. Reading ID. Why not? Try again. Oh, cannot read properties of undefined reading ID. See, that's what happens if you change something. Reading ID. What have I changed? I've changed that there. Alright, so I've gone up to reading ID. ESP, that's it. This one here, come on. As debug now, everything else is the same. Has an NTP. Why have I turned that off for? Or am I on simples? Let's try simples. Maybe it's simples. Yeah, let's try this one. As a TFT, yeah, touchscreen. No, it hasn't, has it? It's just got an OLED. Right, let's change it to simples. Whenever if you ever mess around with one, I always try and check them all, because you might have broke something if you're not careful. Right, let's try again. Cannot read properties of undefined reading ID. What on earth is that? Give us a clue. Undefined reading ID. I have no idea what that is. Didn't it do this once before? I have to clean it and start again. I don't know. It's weird. I don't have anything called reading ID. That's weird. Anyway, let's clean it. Clean it and try again. Cannot read properties, so I can't even clean it. That's a hell of a thing, that, isn't it? Right, what's going on here, I wonder? I think I'll have to just save and close and go out. Go out and come back in. I think it did this before. Saving, right. Close the program. Give it a few seconds and then open it back up again. Alright, it's loading it up. Already up to date. Right, let's try again. Compile. Build. Alright. 54 compatible libraries. I've got a lot of work to do on this firmware just to shorten the libraries down a bit and tidy the code up. It's laborious though, because look how long it takes to test each one. Yeah. What I might have to do is I might have to decide which ones I'm going to keep and lose some of the ones, just so I can keep track of it, of the code. Or find a better way of doing it. I don't know if there's a better way of doing it. The only one used to have duplicate code, one for one module. Open the Arduino IDE, call it this one, and open another one. And if you make a change in one code, you got to make that same change in the other one. If you forget, you're out of date. So the way I do it like this, if the one file you edit is the same in all of them. Yeah, it's the same in all of them. So, let's see if it builds it now. All I've done is close it and reopen it. Let's see, so I'm not sure PlatformIO and Visual Studio Code is the best way of doing it. Not sure, but whichever one you use, you won't be able to use your code in. Probably not be able to use it in there. Have to do some major changes. Like I came from the Arduino IDE into Visual Studio Code PlatformIO, but there's no way you can go back now to Arduino IDE. You won't be able to go back. It'd be very difficult to go back. So yeah. It was the only way I could swap between controllers easily and just edit one code instead of loads of different, going into every single firmware and updating it. Right, so look at that. All I've done is close the program and reopen it and compiling. It's been alright then. And the ultimate test would be is to upload it into one of the controllers to make sure that's okay. Right, I'll leave it at that. Let's push this code. I don't know whether I want to push this code really. Let's push it. Commit adding S3. Push. Alright, it's gone. You have to do that because there's supposed to be version control. There is version control on it. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Nearly 12 o'clock, and been streaming for, oh my god, 3 hours and 15 minutes. 3 hours and 15 minutes with 0 dropped frames. Can't be bad. Okay, I'll see you all soon. Take your headphones off, turn your volume down. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye.